Hello everybody, Ian Lee here. Hope y'all are doing well. I wanted to show you a fun little move that I've been playing with recently. It's over a 2-5-1 in the key of G. So we're thinking A minor 7, D7, G major 6, G major 7, whatever your flavor is. And I'll be doing this with some Barry Harris scales of chords ideas over the A minor 7 in particular. And I'll be playing with some contrary motion as well. So in the scale of chords, we can go in contrary motion. We can go starting from a unison note, that's what we'll call it for now, moving out to the different sounds of the major 6 chord and the diminished chord that alternate on Barry Harris's scales of chords. Now, the next thing that we can do with the playing in contrary motion is we can always practice playing in contrary in thirds. So we can go. So I'm ending here. It can go further, but this is where the rest of the move takes off from. So I'm playing a C note, a B minor third, so B and D. And I'm coming back to play what looks like an A minor triad. Then a diminished triad with A flat in the lowest note. And then this very classic chord that I'm sure we're all aware of. It comes out of this kind of shape. And it's just a C major with G on the bottom and the top. So we've got an octave as our boundary there. Okay? Now the rest of the move, so that's the beginning of the move, is playing contrary motion in thirds. Sorry. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this same shape down a half step, giving me a B major. Really it's a triad, but it's got a doubled F sharp, or a doubled fifth of the chord. I believe I read or heard Ted Green call these 4-note triads, which I think is a perfectly fine name for describing what it is, because it's still a triad. We just have a double note, so now it's a 4-note triad. Okay? And then I'm going to put D's, because we need to go to the 5, which is D7. I'm going to put D's flat 7 in the bass. Okay? So we've got this C in the bass here. So I've got this move happening. Now, why this? I haven't even honestly thought about naming this chord, because what I'm thinking about is the concept of family of 4 dominants, right? That's another Barry Harris, at least I first heard that idea from Barry Harris, and I've heard some other people talk about it as well. So if we look at the diminished chord that D comes from, we lower every note of the diminished chord, we get the family that we can play with. One of those is a B7. So you don't have to play the full B7, you could play just a major triad. And, the reason I picked the flat 7 to put in the bass at the time was because, kind of that guide tone principle or idea of, okay, we need the 3rd and the 7 of the chord to kind of tell us about the chord, really tell us those qualities of it. Not that you could never put D in the bass and play with some triads and some family stuff, or even put the 5th in the bass, put A in the bass. But really, I think having that C in the bass or the F sharp in the bass is a great place to start with this stuff. And then I'm just beginning to play with combining family elements when it comes to dominant chords. So I hope all that makes sense. Of course, you can ask me in the comments, and I'll do my best to describe or explain in the comments or in another video. So, looking at the move that we have so far, we're playing C in contrary motion, which is representing C major 6 diminished scale in contrary motion, which is representing A minor 7, because they are indeed the same thing, just inversions of each other. So we're going to go. Sorry, I didn't like how sloppy that was. Let me try that again. pretty little sound and it wants to go home. So you can use that family sound to go home. Right, so I'm just playing a G major 6 there. Okay, so I'll play it one more time for y'all. Or I like that, playing that, because we've got that little melody note that I play right here. Little G6 9 with the 9 also in the melody, as well as up there above the 6th. Okay, I hope y'all enjoy that as per usual. I hope just as much as anything that these videos inspire you to just get creative, make up your own stuff, have some fun, see what you can figure out. I had heard about this brothers and families concept for some time, and I had seen someone talk about it a little further, and some stuff clicked, and I went, oh, well, if I do that, and I can move down here, and you know, it all just kind of comes together, and then you get some pretty sounds you can start messing with. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all soon.